right. Oh, we're working out at dusk, people. We got workout number 4. Kids are tubbed. They ate dinner. Now they're watching TV. We're getting this in, baby. We're getting it in. Oh, yeah. All right. I have literally been wearing this outfit all day. I've been wearing this outfit since 5:30. I'm wearing this outfit since 5:30. And I didn't think I was gonna like this top, but I really like it. I think I'm gonna order it in another color. Hi, how are you, Loretta? I haven't seen you in forever. All right, so I haven't worn this top, or excuse me, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. All right, just real quick about these pants. When I was teaching in the morning, I was teaching a boot camp. So they weren't, I wasn't sweaty yet. So I was like, these are brilliants. So I was kind of pulling on them a little bit. That top is, thank you. So, sorry about the weird light, but it's dark out here. So I had to use my ring light. So that's why if I get close, it's like super, yeah, I love this. I like this. I'm definitely gonna get this in the other colors. But these are brilliants, right? So they're smooth and they don't have the top seam. But once I started teaching shift and lift, holy balls, was it sweaty out. It was so sweaty in there. Once I got sweaty, which I've always said this about brilliants, once you get a little bit sweaty, they stick and they don't move. So yeah, loving these navies right now. All right, so let's do, oh shit, you know what? I forgot a timer. Where did I put that timer? Damn it. I'm gonna borrow Andy's phone. I'll be right back. I have to get us a timer. BRB. Use this here timer, but let's start with, by the way, I am thirsty. We're going to do beginner workout number 4. No impact. I will show you progressions if you are not a beginner and you're not doing anything else and you want to try. I will give you options to progress it. Wait, I'm gonna get closer. Oh, thank you. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Janet, Renee. So let's stretch out our hips. You're gonna come on down to the floor. Let's record this guy. All right. You're gonna come on down to the floor, arms out like the little T. Whoop, right here. You're gonna take your left foot, flex it, bring it over to the side and back up. We're doing that 10 times on each side. I am not going to count for you. I'm bad at counting. Ask anyone I've ever trained. Like JD, she'll tell you how awful I am. She'll be like, that was 10, right? And I'm like, no, you got 2 more. And then like she would always count, and I was like, you know what? We can't talk while we're training because I'm just not gonna count. So I'm easily distracted. Like right now, no idea what number I'm on. I'm gonna go with 1 more. Maybe you were counting, or maybe you weren't counting. I'm gonna switch sides. Maybe you weren't counting because I have been talking the entire time. It happens. All right, up to the side. Remember, we're not forcing this stretch, right? We're just trying to open up the hips. We're trying to find any spots that may feel tight, and we're trying to increase the mobility in our hips. If you can't get your foot down to the floor, don't force it. Don't force it. Right, so maybe your hips are super, super duper tight, and maybe they only go down, you know, maybe your leg goes down so far. That's fine, especially if you feel that right shoulder pulling up off the floor. All right, so now we're gonna come around. I want you guys to work on more flexibility through the hips, and this is one that will take some time. So you might not be able to get your hand all the way up next to your foot. Eventually you will get there, so you need to continue to practice this one. So we start, you can either be in full plank or you can drop to your knees. You're gonna take your right foot up by your right hand and let your weight sink into your hips so you get a nice stretch. If you can stay in a high plank for this. You're gonna take your right hand up and you're going to stretch it towards the ceiling. We're gonna switch sides, right foot back, left foot up, and reach and stretch. So listen, if you're like, my foot doesn't go up that far, my foot only goes to there, then that's where you go. And I want you to make sure your neck is nice and long. You roll your shoulders down and back and work on letting your weight sink into your hips, right? Oh, I forgot the stretch on that side. Make sure you're doing that stretch. So go to where you can go. If you need to drop to your knees, totally normal, right? You're still gonna get that good stretch through the hips. And if you drop to your knees and your foot doesn't come all the way up, that's okay. We're gonna work on that mobility. So the more we do this, the more our hips will stretch out, and you can be more bendy, right? And when you're more bendy, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. When we reach up towards the ceiling, it's an active reach and stretch, right? You're not just throwing your hand up there. You're reaching and stretching out the front of the shoulder and the chest. Let's do one more on each side. All right, we're gonna come down to a tabletop position. So your knees are under your hips, elbows and wrists are under your shoulders. You're gonna take your right hand by your right ear, connect the right elbow to the left elbow, and then open up. We're gonna do 10 on each side. And switch once you hit 10, then your left hand by your left ear, connecting that left elbow. That was just a hair, but I thought it was fun. Connecting the left elbow to the right elbow. All right, so let's get started with our first move. We're gonna do a frog squat. I'm gonna show you kind of the level 1 of it. And then if you feel up to it, you can put the impact in it if you like. So frog squat. You're going to get into whatever your foot positioning is for your squats. I like a little bit wider. Gives me a little bit more room in my hips so I can sit back even farther. Butt down, chest high. So I'm gonna sit down in the chair behind me. I don't have to touch the floor. If I could touch it, great, but if I don't, that's okay. Now I'm gonna step forward and reach, come back down, and then I'm gonna step back, okay? So that's the move we're gonna do for 30 seconds. Now, if you're like, kind of like easy, then you could do the progression, which is instead of stepping, you're gonna hop, okay? I'm going to do level 1, but like I said, if you want to step it up, you most certainly can. All right, so let's do our frog squat with our kitchen timer. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Oh wait, it's going, okay. I never used this timer before, so hopefully it works. I'm sure it will. So with our squat, drive the knees out, pushing the entire foot through the floor. And you can alternate the side, which foot leads. Whew. That is it for the frog squat. We're gonna do a dead stop push-up. So we're gonna come on down to the floor. I'm gonna actually, give me like 1 second. Okay, dead stop push-up. You can do these in full plank, or you can do these from your knees. So let me show you from the knees. Make sure my elbows go back 45 degrees. Roll the shoulders down and back. Lock those lats in right here, right? Neck is nice and long. I'm gonna come on down to the floor. I'm gonna lift my hands. So I know I'm on the floor. And then I'm gonna push back up. If you would like to progress this movement, you can do it in from a full plank. I don't think I can push myself up from a full plank. I can lower myself down in a full plank, but pushing up, I'll do from my knees. So whichever one is gonna be a challenge for you is the one that I want you to choose. So let's do that full dead stop push up. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Dead stop, lift the hands and come back up. So listen, when you come down, squeeze those glutes, squeeze your quads, squeeze your hamstrings, because it's a lot easier to push a solid, straight body off the floor than it is a wobbly noodle. Make sense? Rest. Okay. Next, we have a Wacky Jack. I'm going to show you level 1, which is where I'm going to stay. If you feel up to it and you want to do a progression, you're more than welcome to. Wait, I have comments. Okay. Sorry, I'm like blocking my bright light so that we can have this workout. All right, so Wacky Jacks. Fingertips by the ears, right? Here's level 1, knee to elbow. Knee to elbow, that's all you're doing, right? But make sure you stay upright and that you're not falling forward, right? So from the side, it's a nice side crunch. Now, if you're like, well, then you could take it up a notch. And here, right? We're gonna be there 30 seconds. Pick your Wacky Jack option. If you wanna mix it up, you can. If you wanna jump it, you can. If you wanna step it out, you can. See, I didn't get sweaty yet, so I'm still pulling on my pants. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Fingertips by the ears, and I am driving that knee up, taking the knee down. So nice crunch, side crunch. And remember, you have the option to kind of jack it out. So we call it a Wacky Jack because you look kind of wacky. This is old school P90X move. One of my favorites. I don't want this thing to go off right. It's gonna go off right now. Rest. Is there a volume on this? Dang. All right, we're gonna come on down for your mat. My mat, your mat, somebody's mat. Plank, knee to forehead. Now, if you're unable to do a plank, you can do this from your knees. No problemo. All right, let me show you both options. So first, level 1. Look, this thing got a little stand and everything. Oh, I'm fancy. Okay. So full plank. You're going to do knee to forehead. So I'm rounding that upper back. And then I'm going to straighten that leg out, put it down, lift my left leg, knee to elbow, straight out, put it down. Now, if you're like, oh, I can't have a full plank, no problem. I'm going to go in tabletop. Lift my leg, knee to forehead, shoot it back out, put it down, go to the other side. So this is where I'm going to stay. If you're like, that looks too easy, do the full plank. Just remember to lift your leg first, right? All the energy shooting out of your heel. Knee to forehead, take it back again, all the energy out of the heel, put it down and go to the other side. Here we go. So right leg up, knee to forehead, right leg out, put it down, other side. Left leg out, knee to forehead, left leg out, put it down. You got it? So really feel all your energy shooting out your heel, your toe, wherever, however you have your foot. If you have your foot flexed, it's fine. If you don't, it's fine. But that leg doesn't need to go up any higher than hip level. Got it? Rest. All right, next up. By the way, if you're wondering, 10 moves, 30 seconds each. That's 1 round. You're doing 3 rounds. We'll be done in 30 minutes. Be done before you know it. All right, we have a sidestepping sumo squat. Oh, this is one of my favorites. So what do we do here? We are going to start with our heels together, toes are out, hands, you can just put them in prayer, it's totally fine from there. Right, so we're gonna step out wide, right, like a sumo squat. toes are out like 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock if you were on a clock, you're gonna drop straight down. Make sure that tailbone stays tucked under. You're gonna drop straight down. When you come up, drag the heels together. Squeeze those inner thighs so that your heels are together again and your toes are out. Then the other side, squeeze. What I want you to try and not do is this, right? Step out with control, tailbone tucked, knees drive out, feet drive through the floor and squeeze. Got it? We're there 30 seconds. Whew, set up. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Step out, squeeze the heels and the inner thighs together. You notice I'm not sticking my butt out. Keep going. Right? I'm keeping my tailbone tucked. Right? I'm not doing one of these guys. I'm not doing one of those guys. I want to sink straight down, squeeze the inner thighs. Rest. Next, you have a T hinge. So, for our hinge, feet are under hips, knees are soft. Arms are going to fire out with a flat back, long neck, roll your shoulders down away from your ears. You're going to hinge at your hips. So you'll notice the bend in my knee did not increase or decrease. It stayed right where it was. All right, we're going to hinge in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Arms out. You're taking flight. When you hinge, you feel a nice stretch up the back of your legs, almost like a rubber band, stretching. And then you are going to pull up back of the legs and the hamstrings. Use the back of the legs to pull your chest back up. Don't force this. I'm getting down 90 degrees. That's okay because I have that flexibility. If yours is half that, that's fine. As long as you feel that stretch. All right, so we have some lawnmowers. Lawnmowers, I'm going to start in a nice wide stance. Your feet could be slightly out, but not out as far as when you had you were doing those sumos, right? So for the lawnmower, we're going to transfer our weight back and forth just like we were doing a lateral lunge. What makes the lawnmower part is that reaching to the opposite feet, right? So it's going to look like this. And it's up to you if you want to bring your hands back in or put them. I'm going to bring my hands back in, but I do want that nice long reach and stretch, stretching through the chest and the front of the shoulders, right? So everything that we do here, in order to make this a full body 30-minute workout and get in our push, pull, squat, hinge, no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. We got to combo these moves together, okay? 3, 2, 1, here we go. So the first couple, I want you to just go back and forth in that lateral lunge. Your feet are going to stay planted. Your butt is back, your chest is high. Now, let's bring in the lawnmower part. So, I'm reaching towards the opposite foot, and I'm opening up my chest on the other side, while I'm stretching my inner thighs with that lateral lunge. Got it? Rest. Now we have some fire hydrants. We're gonna pretend we're peeing on a bush, just like a dog. So you're gonna come on down to a tabletop position. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, hips are under or over knees, right? So you've seen this before. It's just a boop. You're gonna lift your knee up to hip level if you can. We're gonna do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Lift and lower. Right here. So my neck is nice and long. My chin does not fall to my chest, right? I keep my head in a neutral position with my spine. My back is nice and flat. I'm trying to get that knee up to hip level and feel the glutes working. We're going to go ahead and switch sides. Go ahead, lift and lower. You're not trying to go fast. I want you to really think, mind the muscle. You feel those glutes working? right? Doesn't look like much is going on. You gotta pay attention to those glutes. Don't forget about those babies. And rest. All right, our 9th move is skaters, my favorite. All right, skaters, 2 different ways. I'm gonna show you level 1 and level 2. Level 1 is tapping back and forth, right? You're stepping and putting the foot behind you, still using the core to decelerate that lateral movement. If you feel like that's easy, you can give a little bit more of a hop, explosive move back and forth. So you choose which one is going to be a challenge for you. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Skater. Now, if you need to, you can tap that back foot behind you, or you can float it. That's going to help you with core strength and balance if you just float that foot a little bit. Rest. Woo, nice work. All right. We are going to finish up this round with reverse lunge hold. So I'm going to do a reverse lunge, meaning I stride back. I'm going to take my arms. I'm going to open them up. Here. So just that arm movement sometimes can throw off your balance. So there's a reason why we're doing that. But also getting a nice stretch through the shoulders and chest. Hi, Lisa. All right. Whew. Reverse lunge with a, what is it? I don't know. A pull. Let's go with that. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reverse lunge and open your chest. Open your chest. That's what it is. Chest opener. It's like I was playing $25,000 pyramid with myself right there. Looking for 90-degree angles in both legs. Front foot is entirely pressed through the floor, right? Whoop. As I say that, I'll lose my balance. If this is too easy for you, you can do it as a plyo split lunge. Whew, lost my balance. Rest. Take a drink if you need it. So that first round was a little slow because we're learning the movements, right? And I'm giving you some important cues there on how to do the movement and what it looks like. Round 2 is gonna be faster because you already saw it, right? I don't have to do as much explaining. And even though we don't do a lot of cardio in these workouts, we take short breaks. So that's gonna keep your heart rate up. So don't worry about like, but Danielle, we're not running in place. Don't worry about that. It's still a workout, right? Using your body weight to build your strength and short bursts of work to keep that heart rate up and get that cardio conditioning. All right, so round 2, do a little bit quicker. You make them a little bit prettier, right? We're gonna make these a little bit nicer. Frog squat. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Step forward, step back. So that first one, I led with my right foot. Second one, I'll lead with my left foot. So alternate sides. We can't have you crooked. I don't want you walking around wobbly all day. Just kidding. All right, drive your knees out. Push your entire foot through the floor, right? You're not all the way back on your heels. You're not up on your toes. Remember, you have the option to jump if you'd like. Rest. We have dead stop push-up. Come on down to the floor. Remember, you can do these full plank or from your knees or half and half, which maybe I would do. I'd go down in a full plank, come up in a half plank. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Remember, keep everything nice and tight. Release at the bottom so that you know all your dead weight, dead stop push-up is on the floor. Elbows back, 45 degrees, core is tight, leading with the chest. right? I don't want you to lead with your chin. Lead with your chest. Rest. Nice job. We're moving along. Wacky Jack. Remember, you can jump this out if you'd like. Fingertips by the ears. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Keep that chest high. All right. Nice stretch up the side. Stretch and crunch. Turn this light down a little bit. Rest. All right. Next up, we have plank, knee to forehead. So remember, you could do this from a tabletop or full plank. I'm going to do tabletop. Start with the right leg. You're going to stick it straight out, knee to forehead, and then put it back. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right leg back, knee to forehead, right leg back, and switch. And rest. That was quiet because I was stopped talking. Sidestepping sumo. All right. Heels together, toes out. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Step out, squeeze the inner thighs. You're gonna step out and drop, right? Squeeze. Squeeze them. Rest. T, hinge. Take those arms out. Feet under hips, knees soft. Roll your shoulders down and back. Keep them back there, right? Arms out and hinge. Push your butt back. Nice stretch at the back of the legs. We're gonna get a lesson in lighting tonight because this light is so bright, it's blinding me. But I don't know, it's also washing me out on screen. So I'm gonna turn it down again. I don't know if it's because it got darker out. We don't need that much light. Guess we'll find out. Rest. We have lawnmowers. Turn this light down a little bit more. All right. Lawnmowers, remember, wide stance. Wide stance. We're gonna rock back and forth, and then we're add the arms. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Karate chop your hip. Karate chop your hip, right? Butt back, chest high. And then go ahead and add the arms. Nice long arms, nice long lines, right? You watch Dancing with the Stars? If there was a laser beam on the end of your fingertips, where's it pointing? Right, a nice straight line? Or is it all, rest? All right, fire hydrants, come on down, let's pee on some bushes. 30 seconds on the right. Set yourself up, nice flat back. Remember, don't drop your head, okay? Keep your head up. Roll your shoulders down and back. See how I'm locking my lats in right here? My armpits, I'm squeezing them down towards my hips. That's key. I'll tell you more about it another day, but just do it. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Lift that right knee up to hip level, or it's the best you can do, right? We're keeping our shoulders and hips square to the floor. gonna not work out today. It was like the last nice day. I actually think tomorrow's gonna be okay, but. And we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So to the left, lift your knee, hip level. Try to keep your foot at that same level too, right? So I don't want you to just lift your knee and let your foot hang, right? Keep it clean. Definitely starting to get sweaty. The pants probably won't move. All right, rest. And after fire hydrants, we have skaters. Skaters is fun. Remember, if you want to do them more explosive, you can. Hey, Melissa. Oh, Melissa, you sent me a message today. I gotta listen to it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Now I'm jumping. You don't have to jump. You can step it. Feel your core working when you stop yourself from going side to side, right? Feel that? Feel it? Rest. And last but not least, we have reverse lunge pull. Reverse lunge chest opener. I'm calling it a pull. Whatever. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stride back. Open the chest. If this is too easy for you, you can make it into a plyo split lunge. Right? Entire front foot. Press it to the floor. Press it true to floor. Yeah. Get those arms up, right? Nice long lines. Rest. Woo, take a drink. Oh yeah, that's right. You are done with 2 rounds. Is this light getting brighter or are my eyes just having a hard time adjusting? Okay. Grab a drink. We're gonna do 1 more round. Whew. And then I get to take a shower and eat dinner. It's gonna be awesome. I got a bottle of red that I opened last night. It's a Pinot Noir. It's really good. Really good. And I used I call it the penis pump. I used the penis pump on it. It's like you put this rubber stopper and then this thing air suctions out the air so you can keep it. Because if you just put the cork in it and like it'll go bad real fast. So the thing reminds me of penis pump. Not that I ever had a penis pump, but like I saw Austin Powers a long time ago and they were doing a penis pump thing. Anyway, so I'm really excited about that. Okay. Okay, that conversation went way off track. All right, guys, last round. This is our best one. Are you sweating? I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Let's do it. Frog squats. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Step forward, step back. Make sure it's a nice big stretch in between, right? Now, if you can't touch the floor, that's okay. I want you to go where you can do it well, right? So you see how there's a straight line from the top of my head to my tailbone. I keep a nice straight spine. I'm not doing Kardashian, but my tailbone is tucked under so that my core stays tight, protecting the low back. Rest. Next up, dead stop push-up, my favorite. Do I say that about everything? Or I just like to sing maybe? I don't know. Let's bang it out. Dead stop push-up. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lower down. Lift the hands. Press up. You knew I was down on the floor that time because I smushed my face into my mat. Woof, woof. Long neck, guys, right? Shoulders are rolled down away from your ears, right? Lats locked in. Rest. Okay. Wacky Jack. Come on up. Fingertips by your ears. Nice big reach and stretch. Again, make sure there's no hinge at the hips there, right? We're going to stay straight up and down. 3, 2, 1. Right here. Right here. Big crunch. Big crunch. We got it. Keep breathing. Nice long neck, right? Chin's not falling to the chest. Oh, I forgot this thing's going to go off in my ear. Rest. Moving along, plank, knee to forehead, alternating sides. I'm going to do a tabletop. I'm not doing full plank. You're welcome to do full plank. Oh, shit. I must have I cleared the seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Extend, knee to forehead, extend, and switch. Extend, knee to forehead, extend, and switch. You guys are probably like, this is almost over? It feels like we just started. I can go longer. I know, right? It's addicting. The endorphins, they're here. They're here. Rest. All right, we have sidestepping sumo. Okie dokie. Heels together, toes out. 3, 2, 1. Step, sink down. Squeeze the heels together. Make sure the knees are driving out, right? So we don't want to be sloppy with this move, right? Keep that chest high, tailbone tucked. And heels, squeeze them. Squeeze them. Not tonight, honey. That was weird. It's okay. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know. You know I'm weird. Rest. We have T hinge. Hinge position. Feet under hips, knees soft. Roll those shoulders down and back. Arms out laterally, shoulder height, and hinge. We're looking for a nice stretch up the back of the legs. So it's like someone is karate chopping you in your hips. You're hinging at your hips. Nothing else, right? Nothing else is happening here. Nice straight line from the top of your head to your tailbone. It stays that way. You should be getting a nice stretch of the back of your legs. Don't force it. Another thing you want to look for is not leading with your chin. Should have mentioned this earlier because I saw somebody doing it today in boot camp. They were doing hinges like this, right? And so sometimes you lose your tension up the back of your legs because you don't have that nice straight spine. So you need to tuck your chin back just a little bit, keep that spine straight. And his range of motion increased greatly after that. So listen to what I say because I know everything and I'm really smart. Okay, so feet wide. We have lawn mowers, tree, 2, a 1, hinge, right? Butt goes back, chest stays high, add the arms. Butt back, right? Just like you were squatting. Your knee tracks over the middle of your foot. You hinge at the hip first, knee follows. The difference is we're twisting through the core, reaching and stretching, working the front of the shoulders, chest, biceps with this reach. Rest. Okay, fire hydrants. Let's pee. Here we go. Tabletop position, long neck. Right leg first. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lift and lower. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done. Home stretch. Make sure you're tight through the core, right? So you shouldn't be like opening up, or there shouldn't be like all kinds of movement in your core. Tighten it up. Shoulders rolled down and back, lats tight. Squeeze your core. And we're gonna go ahead and switch to the other side. Oh, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're almost done. Ooh, anybody else butt burning? Mamma mia. Hello, glutes. There they are. There they is. We're here. Rest. Whew, I'm gonna stretch those out. All right, after fire hydrants is skaters. Let's skate, friends, let's skate. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Rest. Oh, 30 more seconds. And you can say, you're done. All right, reverse lunge pull. Don't trip over your mat. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Those arms up shoulder height. When you bring them back, feel that stretch in the front of your shoulder. Feel in your bicep. Feel in your chest, right? Arms are activated. That lunge. Load the front leg. Press the entire foot through the floor. Heel should not be lifted. Toes should not be lifted. Oh, guess what? Guess what? That's what. You're done. Oh, that was a good one. I'm telling you. Call these beginner workouts, but I'm sweating. We're not using weights. We're not using any jumping. And we're done in 30 minutes. Yes. So, thank you for joining. Let me turn this off. Oh. I had to turn this light down. Holy crap, that bright light was bright. Yes, Loretta, that is like the best hip stretch. Is this like a really bad angle? I could just, all you can see is my double chin. Okay. All right, I'm hopping off. Guys, if you're trying to do the entire series, this is number 4, so I still have 3 more to record. But if you just joined recently, there are 3 other workouts you can do. There's a topics tag at the top of the group. And if you tap that, if you tap beginner workouts, they'll all come up into your feed. All right, I'm off. Have a great night.